Well, new day. Got myself about 45 minutes before supper's ready, so I think I'll do some not very exciting stuff, but needs to get done. Guess I'll kind of clean up some of this and start burning the floor in. Burn the floor in, start doing some of these patches. Yeah. Not fun, but needed, so. Yeah. Well, it's not very exciting, but this is about as far as I got tonight. So the back floor is all welded in. I just got to seal up everything now. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So tomorrow, I think I'm getting back to this, and I'm going to make some braces and stuff for that. But for now, I'm going to shut her down early and call it a night. New day. What are today's goals? Well, let's make some brackets for these. Needs to get done. Let's get her done. And see where we go from there. So before I show you how that whole bead roller works when I do the other side here, I'll kind of try to explain what was all happening. Well, a bead roller was fine, but I have to switch the dies around because this thing doesn't fit through the bead roller. So I had to turn the dies around so I can bead roll the other side. So that's why I come up here. So I ended up with a few little wonky bits, but meh, it's fine. Not a biggie. And a few little wobbly bits. It goes with all the curves in the truck, right? Anyways, I had to do that. But the problem with the bead roller was when it came around, because I had this edge flanged already, so I basically screwed myself. So it ended up leaving a line because it was kinking the panel. You can sort of see the line right there. And it kinked it, so I was trying to hammer it out and I wasn't working. I ended up making a mess of it. I put it through the English wheel and it's better. I didn't really want to put any Bondo or anything on this thing, so that's why I'm trying to clean it up. And I guess it is what it is now, but this part will bolt up. So I decided to do the flange over on this one. This one underneath, you'll see it stopped. Just because I'll end up having some bolt holes for the other panel to sit on. So I know I said I was going to put some toolbox, something like that, and when I get to it, who knows. So I figured it was probably just a good idea to do this now, even if it is a little weird. Should be fine. It'll be okay. It's hard to bead roll by yourself. Even though I have a power bead roller, it makes life way easier, but it's still hard on a long panel like this. It kind of wants to flop around. So the idea of the step is trying to sort of less mirror what the box has. So I got it there, then I'm going to have it along the bottom here. I'll try to I'll mock it up just so you can see what the heck's going on. There. So essentially all it is some eye candy to look at, and it gives the panel some strength in the middle. These are going to work or not work. I'm not too worried about it. Maybe I'll put the bolt holes right in the middle. But yeah, so that one's done. I still got to do the other side. So I'll kind of explain the bead roller to you and how that works. What's I got to do? Now I got to make my flanges for the inside. Both sides. I think I'm going to do some little structure pieces inside that can bolt on. That'll hold it in this upright position, to which is hard to explain. So I'll show you as I make them. Yeah. Now I will, I guess I'll just pull the other side off and I'll bead roll it, and then I'll kind of explain on the bead roller how that thing works. Okay, so bead roller is pretty straightforward. This is like a manual one, but I have a gas pedal on it. So the faster you push it, the faster it goes, and then I got a switch on the side that changes direction. And then the way I control my pressure is I count how many cranks I do. So right now it's like 1, 2, 3 cranks, I think. And for my first round through here, I'm just hand pushing 3, 4, if I remember. I want to make sure that this thing isn't catching or binding anywhere, because I have to go through the throat, and my cut might not be perfect on the side, so I want to make sure while I'm pushing this through it's not going to bind up and get stuck and then screw me off. So we're looking good, and now you see me always messing with this because my brain doesn't function hard enough to remember which way my dies are. So for now I want, which way does this one go? So this is down. Okay. So essentially I got to start on the outside of here. So what's going to happen is I want to run this whole thing through and come around as much as I can until it gets stuck. And then I'm going to switch it around after. So this looks good. I'm going to start in the middle here. 1, 2, 3, 4. See which way we are going here. mint. Now we're gonna go through the panel. Try to follow the line. Don't screw it up. Here's a little harder. Well, it looks like about as far as I'm going to get. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I gotta switch these dies around so they're the opposites. All I gotta do is flip the upper and the lower ones. I put shims on because otherwise the dies are too tight. So that's why you see these. That spaces my dies out so I don't cut the steel. I can set my desired step. Now I gotta think this through. I want to start this here, and that thing has to be that way. 1, 2. 3. I'm gonna go with 3. Should keep it even, but. It looks good. Dang it, should have done one more roll. Should have had one more turn. All right, coming back. So I screwed up. Didn't do enough cranks, so I had to do another roll back and kind of mess things up a little bit, but it's usable. It's a little tweaked, but nothing's really straight on that truck, so I think it should fine. Yeah. So what I got to do now is I got to run it through the English wheel because the wheel sits so tight on here. It actually, like I say, it puts that kink in it. So if you look at the panel, you actually see there's a bit of a wave in there. So I'm just going to walk it through the English wheel. I'm not going to hammer like I did the other side. I'll just do the English wheel, and that should straighten that thing right out. And then I'll roll this one really quick. That'll be the plan. The trick is not to flatten my bead. Way better idea than hammering it. Way better. So perfect. It's another two-person job. Sucks. So the wow is pretty much all gone. I don't have any hammer marks. So this side's my driver's side's straighter, but it has hammer marks, and this side's wobbly, but with no hammer marks, so I don't know. I guess I'll call that a win. Cool. Alright, let's do this sucker. Man, why is the lighting so crap in here? Is it because it shines so much? Well, that one turned out better. Well, it did and it didn't. I accidentally started it with the die on the wrong side. Cool, huh? Just like I was telling you, warning you about. Anyways, I just smoothed it out in the English wheel, and then yeah, proceeded to do this, and I fixed that in the English wheel, and then whatever, it's all good. We got her going. The yeah, well, it's all bead rolled. I ran it through the English wheel, so the bottom's pretty good. I think with a bit of primer on it, it should just fix everything. So I guess now we're gonna start making. I gotta weld in these other braces so I can bolt this to the box, and I want to do a couple mid braces like that just to give it some rigidity, some strength in the middle, and figure a way to tie it into the running board or to the frame. I don't know. I gotta figure that out yet, just so it's not just this big floppy piece only bolted on the bottom. So that's next. So I got all my panels are all done. I just splashed a bit of paint, just some rust paint on the back of them. I did so these are just my support braces on the front. This side's just going to get bolted on, so I didn't do anything there. This is the other side. These are the other two, so I did the same thing, except I added a couple extra braces throughout. So now I pretty much just have to fit them. I'm going to mark the bottom so I can drill all the holes. Because, well, there's none up here. I'm going to have to drill some. Actually, there isn't anything going to be up here because I'm bolting it. But I do have to add one here. But you can see there's holes to bolt her down. I'll have to add one there, and I got to put a bunch of bolt holes in there yet. What am I doing? Got my batteries, so I'll probably pick some batteries up this week. I have my air tank, which I got from my Pontiac when I pulled the air shocks out. So I got a tank and compressor sitting there, so I'm going to use those. I'll put those over on the passenger side on the frame rail. So that's the plan there. This is just really hoagie tack welded on for now. I don't think there's really anything going on in this side, in this corner. So it's pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to get the rail up and on. Get that out of the way. I think I showed all my floors are all welded up and stuff, so that's all done. I got to seal it all, but for now, it's welded. What else we got going on here? Like I say, I have to run all the fuel lines. I got to run my e-brakes. I do want to try to stab that e-brake handle out of the other trucks. I think that'd be super cool to have the old yank handle in there. I got to do the doghouse. I still have some interior stuff to do. Yeah, there's a whole lot of not very exciting stuff coming up, that's for sure. It'd be nice to get her running so I can drive her in and out. I still have the original exhaust on there. It's kind of hanging down the bottom. I got to get that out of there. What are the other plans I had going on? This bumper, like I've said, is coming off. This hitch has to come off. I'm putting one on, but this is, I don't think this is like a class 5 or whatever the hitch is. It only bolts on the bottom or something. So apparently there's something different there. But I want to scoot it back so the hitch is more with the back of the truck here. And I will be putting a bumper on, but I don't know what yet. I do want to be rocking some sweet big old mud flaps on the back. And I got to trim these fenders a little better. They're a little close to the spring there. So yeah, so what's going on, but for now I'm going to at least mark up so I can bolt on these fenders and figure out my upper bracing I have to put in there to hold those suckers in. Well, that's going to be here for tonight. Let's get the one side. This isn't fully bolted in. I just kind of have it braced in. Didn't quite transition as nice as I wanted, but whatever. That's fine. Kind of looks a little sharp there, but you can see the body line. It sort of lines up. The line I beaded rolled in there. It'll be good. It'll be good. I might just kind of give this a little tippity tap so she folds over nice, but yeah, I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I just dusted some paint on top in case it never gets any paint, who knows. At least there's paint on it. That's the important part. So yeah, that's where we're at. So I guess tomorrow I gotta kind of do that whole drilling and bolting, and I'll do all that stuff. I'll save you from that because it's a lot of the same that I just did on this side. But yeah, looking good. So with that said, I think I'm gonna leave that video there. I don't know. I don't like them running on too long, so try to keep people's attention. Mine isn't very long, so I'm imagining half my audience is like me, but I could be wrong. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys later.